Ay, 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 man. NXT, July the 25th, 2018. I just saw it um, minutes ago. It just ended, and I'm still like, I still have this excitement in my chest. You know how, like, when you get really excited, I don't know if this happens to everybody, just myself. All right. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but when you've had like this excitement in your body just flowing through you for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, and then afterwards when everything's just still and nothing's going on, you still like you feel like you can't take a full breath. Like that's how I feel on the other end of a screen. I'm just watching people on a screen who by all rights, when this happened, it was like thousands of miles away from me. I know it's choreographed. I know these guys don't really hate each other. I know all this, like, but it's still the the amount of detail, the attention to detail, and just the night and day response that I have to a lot of stuff on the main roster and a lot of stuff that happens, between NXT, the takeover events, between even SmackDown, even some stuff on Raw. It's just night and day, dude. They care so much about NXT. It feels like such a different experience. And gosh, man, it's like I'm tired of saying this, but I really, really wish that they would do this type of thing with the rest of the main roster because it could just be fantastic. They could literally outdo like the rest of these promotions. The reason that they're gaining so much ground, the reason that there's going to be an all-in show, the reason that New Japan is getting bigger and bigger, the reason that Impact is even turning heads, the reason Lucha Underground and Ring of Honor and all the rest of these promotions, the reason they have the reason that they're slowly gaining a little bit of ground on the WWE is because they dropped the ball. It's not because they don't have the ability to do it. It's because they dropped the ball. It's because they don't spend this much time and attention on everything they do. It's because they just mass produce for the lowest common denominator of a person's interest instead of doing this. If they did this every week, if they did NXT every week on Raw, SmackDown, and their pay-per-views, there would be no competition. I mean, New Japan could have 6-star matches all night, but people will tune into this because of the storytelling, because of the appeal of watching someone from the bottom all the way to the top, all the way to the main roster. Like the appeal would be off the charts, and this is no exception. Today's episode of NXT showed me that at its finest, WWE could kill any promotion out there. There's not one promotion on this planet that that could literally destroy WWE or gain ground on WWE. I know there's some people out there who are always going to say, "Oh, hey, it's better homegrown and all this stuff." Of course. But these people are homegrown. Most of their talent is people who started on the indies, who went through developmental and things. So I'm sorry for the long rant on this. It's just what I'm trying to say is that the reason that other promotions are gaining so much ground so fast and the Young Bucks are selling out places and they're selling out, they got all these toys up in Hot Topic and all this stuff. It's not because that they're just leaps and bounds better than the people in WWE. It's because the WWE drops the ball and does not continuously tell stories like these on all their products. The reason that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and all the rest of these people are gaining ground and gaining popularity is because the WWE is not putting this much attention into all their products. Kenny Omega and all these guys, they would get attention. Don't get me wrong. It's just the reason they're getting so much attention is because people are getting tired of the way that WWE treats their main roster product. And especially if you're a fan of wrestling, you've been a fan of wrestling for 20 years, 30 years, stuff like that. There's just so many other places where you can see better wrestling and better storytelling in the ring. But NXT, it just shows that there are people in the WWE who know how to do it right. There are people behind the scenes who know how to do it right. There are writers who know how to do it right. There are wrestlers who all these guys. So that's just the way I want to preface this review because I am about to gush over this in a way that that people gush over a lot of the New Japan shows, Ring of Honor, Impact just had Slammiversary. I hear the way people talk about it with such care and such just awe. And I remember when that used to be every single night I would watch Nitro, or I'd watch Raw, or I'd watch SmackDown. That used to be every night. People used to gush about it. Okay, just straight up. I'd go to school and I'd be like, "Did you see Goldberg? Oh my God!" And we'd just talk about the whole show. Like, we'd remember every single segment because it was so incredible. And so I just want to say, all these companies are doing great things. But today showed me, like, literally in stone, that when they want to, there's no competition. The only reason there's competition is because you dropped the ball. Awesome new background. Thank you, SkullCrusherPrincess. And thank you, everybody who's in here. Holy moly. How's everybody doing today? I do film these live on the scene, guys. This happens pretty much 15 minutes after every single event. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-views. So stop on by, hang out with us. Let me know your opinion. This is a live chat over here. So I definitely want to know what you guys thought about the show as well. So let's recap. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty short episode. We saw Adam Cole came out first. Then Sean Maluta came out. I was like, whoa, Sean Maluta. It's been a second, man. And they actually booked this match fairly well in Sean Maluta's favor. He did not get squashed. He actually had a fairly good showing against Adam Cole until he got intercepted. It looked like Adam Cole was getting beat every which way around this ring until Sean Maluta would go up to the second rope. As soon as his feet would hit that second rope, it was like, up, reversal time. Adam Cole got you. The final part of this match, Sean Maluta goes up to the second rope and tries to jump at Adam Cole. And Adam Cole hits him with a ballistic missile super kick to the chin out of the sky, and it's just over with. Adam Cole cracked his chin like... he cracked his chin like Lars Sullivan's chin is cracked right now. I hope that guy's okay. He was like, game over. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole continues to be the champion. He takes the mic and he starts talking about how, you see, I defend my championship all over the world, and all this stuff. And then out comes Ricochet, and Ricochet's like, well, why don't you fight me at the next pay-per-view? And Adam Cole's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So Adam Cole starts walking up the ramp, and the Undisputed Era comes out behind him. So, it's like he's got all this backup. And then right behind them comes the War Raiders. And so the Undisputed Era, they start, because they can see, like, both ways are kind of closed in. So they start going off to the side. And then you see right behind them is Mustache Mountain just waiting. And then they just jump him. And it was just this big, giant brawl. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a triple threat tag team match. It's looking like that. It's kind of obvious, but who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? They have not announced anything yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. If we're going to get a triple threat tag team match, I was just talking about that the other day, that they should do a triple threat tag team match. I would definitely like to see that. I would definitely like to see that. Yeah, I did actually upgrade this layout. It used to be the golden sparkly one, but now I did this. I hope you guys like it. So that was a great start to NXT. It did push forward the whole Undisputed Era storyline thing. It's pushed forward Adam Cole versus Ricochet, possibly. Still, Adam Cole said that he's not going to fight him. Actually, just saw something pop up on WWE's YouTube channel, and it was about why Adam Cole will not face Ricochet. So I kind of want to take a listen to this. I hope you guys are feeling the same way. I want to find out, Adam Cole, why are you refusing to face Ricochet? It's looking kind of cowardly. It's looking like he's kind of cowardly, and Ricochet called him out on it. He was like, "You're a coward," right before all the beatdown ensued. All right, so let's find out.
Adam, every time Ricochet challenges you, you seem to make up excuses. Why are you so hesitant?
Excuses? You think I'm making up excuses as to why I don't want to fight Ricochet at TakeOver Brooklyn? Here, let me paint this picture for you, okay? Ricochet is really good. Some days I think he might even be great, but he's not special. Adam Cole is special. And I only want to fight other special superstars, other special athletes here in NXT. And until Ricochet gets on my level, he just has to wait in line.
Ooh.
Well, what's your response to the NXT universe chanting coward at you?
You're asking me that like it's supposed to bother me. If I cared at all what the NXT universe had to say, I wouldn't be the NXT North American champion. I do what I want when I want. And as far as I'm concerned, the Undisputed Era, we do what we want when we want. Because we call the shots.
Okay. All right, Adam Cole. He did a really good job of turning that around. That's the first time I've heard this. Gosh, man, he can cut a pretty consistent promo. It seemed very natural there, and also, um, saying that Ricochet is not special is kind of crazy. Some of these guys, you got to look at them like, what did you just say? Adam Cole, hang on a second. Did you just say Ricochet is not special? Did you just say that? I think you just said that. Hang on. Really? and he said he doesn't care what the NXT or the WWE universe says, but he does care when he holds up those arms, right? So I don't know. Some of these people seem like crazy people, but you got to, man. It's part of the job. You got to seem kind of crazy. You got to disregard people who are actually out there doing incredible things sometimes. But that's his explanation of why he's not facing Ricochet at Takeover Brooklyn. But we'll see. We'll see. I'd definitely like to see that match. Next up, we got a contract signing between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. The backstage segment was very cool. We got to see William Regal. William Regal was on TV, sitting between them, and it was a pretty good contract signing. It was your run of the mill type stuff. I did like Shayna Baszler. She seems to be getting more and more confident with her character that she's playing. She seems to be weaving it into her own thoughts, um, her own mannerisms a little bit more. I'm sure she doesn't act exactly like that, but it seems more natural of her. And Kairi Sane, for a second, I was thinking that she was just repeating the same thing over and over again. But then, as it went on, she kind of changed up what she was saying. She was like, "I know it. She knows it. I can beat her." And she just kept saying it like over and over and over again. I'm like, do you know? Like, is there anything else you're gonna say here? But she did switch it up, I guess, at the very end. But and she signed the contract because she got mad, and she just looks sad. Kairi Sane looked very sad for some reason, and she was not wearing a pirate outfit. I was very taken aback by this. She was wearing just a regular dress. It makes me wonder: is she really a pirate? Is she really a pirate? This is a good question. These are the hard hitting questions that I ask. That's why you guys watch. I ask the hard hitting questions. Next up, we got Tanilla Price. Tanilla Price, and some people were saying that that's just been her name, but she was dressed like Emma, and I just got this weird feeling that they were trying to like fire shots at Emma, but I guess not. I guess that's just how she is. But because Emma's name is Tennille Dashwood. So I was thinking, because WWE does take some cheap shots at people here and there. But oh well. I guess Tanilla Price is just her real name, or the name she's been going by for a while. It's not a name that WWE gave her, and then that look is just her look. So I don't know. At first I was like, what? Come on, guys. Come on. You're really gonna fire shots at Emma right now? But I'm glad that it wasn't. Then out comes Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans continues to impress me with her, just her presentation is very nice, and also her viciousness, man. It's like she comes out all classy and everything, and then as soon as that bell rings, she's just on you. She's on Tanilla in this match, and Tanilla didn't get in much of the offense at all. The match ended when Tanilla did a cartwheel. Looked like she was going to try to do like a cartwheel splash on Lacey Evans in the corner, but Lacey Evans just clocks her. As soon as the cartwheel was over, it was like, cartwheel! Ugh. 1, 2, 3, game over. Lacey Evans gets the win. We went backstage. We saw Bianca Belair, and she was like, "Oh, that sucks that I wasn't in the match last week, so I'm not going to be the number one contender, but I'm going to get what's mine. I'm going to be back. I'm undefeated." And she said that another 4 or 5 times, I would say. I heard undefeated broken into the syllables. Probably about 4 or 5 times. and she just kept saying when she comes back, she's gonna get what she deserves. And I was like, why are you leaving? Still, don't walk out. Get what you deserve right now. Bust into that office over there and make it a triple threat match, because everybody knows she deserves to be in line for that NXT Women's Championship. Um, I would honestly say that Bianca Belair is a little more impressive than Kairi Sane. So I was just like, why? Where are you going? She's like, when I come back. I'm like, why are you going? Don't leave. Just go to William Regal and be like, William Regal, you know who I am. You know what I do. Just give me this title match. Um, so it was just, I don't know. It was a she had attitude. I liked the way she presented the promo, but it was just kind of like she just kept hitting the same notes over and over again. And like sometimes you got to do that in wrestling. So I'm not going to harp on it. It's just maybe next time cut a little bit deeper promo. I like her though. I like her. She's got what it takes. She's probably one of the most talented women in the WWE, period. Not just NXT. She just has natural talent for this, for sure. I think she's only been wrestling for like 4 years, and she's already like in the title picture and everything. Versus these women who have been like combat trained MMA athletes or wrestling for like 10 plus years overseas and stuff. She just comes in like, yo, I could do this. I could do 450 splashes. What do you know about me? So she definitely got what it takes. Hopefully she stays uninjured and has a lustrous future. I'm looking forward to it. They announced that EC3 versus Kona Reeves is happening next week. I thought it was going to happen this week, but now I understand why it didn't happen this week, because they wanted to give a full half an hour to the main event, which is Tommaso Ciampa versus the NXT champion Aleister Black. And I'm glad they gave this match half an hour, because this was just brutal, smash mouth storytelling between these two guys and this was a piece of profit for the WWE, because I have not seen Aleister Black tested like this. This was probably his best match in NXT. Aleister Black looked like a true champion in this match. He looked like there was a reason he's there. There's a reason that nobody's been able to defeat him, like straight up beat him. There's a reason he's been champion for as long as he has already. There's a reason that he's got that mystique, and also it just leveled him up. This match actually helped to legitimize Aleister Black's NXT title reign to me, even though this was the end of this title reign. Aleister Black actually lost to Tommaso Ciampa. The way he lost was just so incredible. He kicked the chest. I know that Tommaso Ciampa's chest is probably looking like at this very moment. It's probably looking like Daniel Bryan's chest was looking when he was in the Greatest Royal Rumble, where he set the record for being in a Royal Rumble. But afterwards, his chest was just all bruised and battered, and oh my goodness. That's probably what Tommaso Ciampa's chest is looking like after this match, because he got kicked in the chest so hard and so many times that I was like, my goodness, dude, this guy, I don't know how he has any breath left in his lungs. Aleister Black, just the striking was incredible. The mat-based wrestling between these two, the reversals of the mat-based situations, also the standing chain holds. It was just awesome, man. It was showing that they have a different style, but they also mesh together so well. I just, as I'm watching the match, I'm just so immersed in the story they're telling. So immersed in Tommaso Ciampa's mannerisms and everything. Like he feels confident here, then he's like cowering over here, and he lives this character. He lives and breathes this character, and you could tell it's because he actually cares, and the people behind the writing actually care, and the people who are actually booking the match actually care about making a consistent delivery of his character, inside and outside the ring, around the ring, with the ref, with the competitor in the ring, with the fans. He still came out to a rain of boos, no theme music at all. They're just booing him to the high heavens. And the match just, man, it's about a half an hour long match, and the spots were just off the charts. I mean, you had fake outs, you had people getting just dumped over the top rope in front flip fashion to the outside. People crashing almost right onto the steel of the ramp from the ring. Goodness gracious. Then the match comes to just a incredible just peak of action where Tommaso Ciampa and Aleister Black on the outside. Tommaso Ciampa throws Aleister Black into one of the ring hands, the people who like put stuff together or like move the wires out of the way and stuff. Throws him into this guy. The ref starts checking on the guy who just got destroyed while Tommaso Ciampa goes around the ring. Aleister Black he rolled him back in the ring. Tommaso Ciampa goes around the ring, looks under the mat or under the ring for a crutch. It looked like the ref is still checking on this guy who's laying on the outside. He smashes Aleister Black in the head with this with the crutch and goes for the pin, but somehow Aleister Black still kicks out. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he got the shoulder up after all the punishment they'd been through. This was at like minute 25 of the match or something like that. It was very deep into the match. Tommaso Ciampa, he had to go to that dark place. He pulls up part of the mat to expose the concrete under the mats on the outside. So it's just straight up concrete. The ref takes a bump off the apron onto the concrete and is just laid out. So Aleister Black, he lands the fade to black or the black mass, whatever you want to call it, on Tommaso Ciampa and goes for the pin, and the ref is not there. The crowd counts. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They counted to 11 before Aleister Black was just like, "Where's the ref at?" So he gets outside and he starts like checking on the ref, but the ref is not getting up. He gets back in the ring. Tommaso Ciampa turns everything around on Aleister Black, but out of nowhere comes Johnny Gargano, of course. Johnny Gargano super kicks the chin straight off of Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano destroyed the chin of Tommaso Ciampa. If it weren't for this rather hefty beard, I would say that this would have been the definite end of this match. Super kicked the heck out of him. Oh gosh, dude. What was the exchange after that? Oh yeah, okay. Super kicks the heck out of him. Tommaso Ciampa ends up grabbing the NXT championship so that he can go in and hit Aleister Black with it and get the win. But Johnny Gargano starts trying to wrestle the belt away from him inside the ring. Tommaso Ciampa lets go. Johnny Gargano smashes Aleister Black in the face with the title, and then so that causes a separation between the two of them, and that's basically where the match ends. Johnny Gargano gets tossed out of the ring, or did he get kicked out of the ring? Something happened where Johnny Gargano got taken out of the ring. I think he just got thrown out of the ring and he went with the title, and then Tommaso Ciampa, oh gosh, what did he do? I think he hit him with the draping DDT. Yeah, hit him with the draping DDT, I believe. And that's the end of the match. That was it. It was crazy. You gotta watch it. You got to watch it. All the refs should be fired. Crowd count is the best count. Yeah, just let the crowd count it. Like I said, explaining this match is not as good as watching it. I'm trying to let everybody know kind of what happened, but man, I can't do it justice. And honestly, it's a blur. It's a blur of just epic, extraordinary action between these two. Tommaso Ciampa gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, and the crowd just loses their mind. The crowd did not stop booing from that moment to the end of the episode. You've just heard boos and the announce team being like, "He's the champion! Oh my goodness!" And just boo, boo, and they give the belt to Tommaso Ciampa. He starts walking up the ramp, and he calls for the ref. He's like, "Ref, put the belt on me." So he's still being a heel. He's still being super heelish. He's not getting lost in the moment of being the NXT champion or winning his first singles title in NXT. He's not letting any of that get to him. He's still like, "Ref, come put the belt on me." So the ref straps the belt on. Then he walks up the ramp a little bit more and he goes, "Hey, ref, no, come back. Hold my hand up." So the ref holds his hand up. Then he starts walking up the ramp a little bit more. Then he stops and he goes, "No, ref, come back, come back." And he takes off the belt, and then he's like, "Ref, here, hold my hand up again." And he holds up the belt. I'm just laughing so hard, and I'm just loving it because it's like even after the match is over, he's still playing the same character. And this is what I was talking about from the very beginning of this review. The attention to detail and the love for what they're doing is just, it's so apparent, and the way it's woven with storylines, with the amount and the quality of the talent, woven with storylines, woven with um, the fact that they're not just telling a story with these backstage segments, or this guy's telling a story whenever he tweets, this guy's telling a story whenever he walks, looks at people. Like, Tommaso Ciampa is probably the best heel the WWE has, and he might be the best heel in the world right now. I mean, like I said before, I'm not super well versed in a lot of these other promotions, but I can probably say that Tommaso Ciampa is, it's got to be one of the best heels, if not the best heel in the world right now. If there's anybody who rivals him, you can let me know. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know about it, because I would love to see somebody doing better work than Tommaso Ciampa, your new NXT champion. My goodness, what an episode! It leaves questions. It leaves questions of, okay, so is Aleister Black going to get his rematch clause on an episode of NXT before Brooklyn? Is Aleister Black going to get his rematch clause at Takeover Brooklyn? Is Johnny Gargano going to be involved? Is it going to be a triple threat match? Who knows? This leaves questions. The story isn't over. It's got folds and it's got layers and it's incredible. It's so awesome, so well put together, and everything on this episode was just greatness, just absolute greatness. Even the squash match was good, because it still showed off that Lacey Evans is still not, she ain't out of here. She's getting even more vicious. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, my rating for NXT for July 25th, 2018. Gosh, man. The show is so much different to rate than a lot of the main roster stuff. I'd say I give this like a, if you missed this, you missed a lot. Presentation wise, wrestling wise, gosh, man, it just seemed like everything was kind of like empty leading up to it, though, leading up to the final match. So not completely empty, but just kind of empty. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. Maybe like a 8.9. If things would have led up to this final match a little bit more, if things would have seemed like they mattered a little bit more, I definitely would have given it higher than that. I'll give it like a 8.9 out of 10. Definitely a must-see episode of NXT, especially with Takeover Brooklyn coming up and just the things that happened on here. I must say, great stuff. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's find out what the chat sounds like. Something Second City would say. Yes, undefeated. Exactly. There's only a couple people in the world undefeated right now, and Second City is definitely one of them. So is Bianca Belair. Let's see. SkullCrusherPrincess says 7.9. Macau says 10 out of 10. Second City says 8.3 out of 10. There was no Velveteen Dream on this show. There were a lot of people out of action, but that's NXT for you. It's only an hour long. Even less than an hour, actually. Temezi says 10 out of 10. FinnishViking says 8.4 out of 10. I see you guys. I see you. My 8.9, 7.9, 10. I'd say we're about at like a 8 point, probably like 8.75, something like that. Definitely a great episode of NXT. I would say get on it if you've not already seen it. You've heard about it, but trust me, hearing about it and seeing what actually happened in this title match and the rest of it is two separate things. I do what I can to give you guys from memory 15 minutes after the show what happened without any notes or anything, because I already write down enough, and I got a live chat to converse with and everything. So I do my best here, guys. Cody Johnson says 1 out of 10. I don't know what you were watching, man. Were you watching a still frame? Was your network working? Some people are tough. You see this? Cody says 1 out of 10. Dude, you must be like the toughest person to impress. He gets a meal cooked by Gordon Ramsay, and he's like, "Man, Gordon, this is horrible. This is terrible. It's raw. It's raw." He throws it back at Gordon Ramsay. I don't know, man. Hopefully they'll do better for you, Cody. That's sad. Maybe you forgot the 0. Did you forget the 0? Maybe his 0 key is broken. He just had to type 1. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Hey, but it's all opinions anyway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my opinion. I enjoyed giving you my opinion and reading you guys' opinions. And on top of that, I really enjoyed this episode of NXT. Here's looking forward to the next episode of NXT because they got some explaining to do and we got some build to do going towards TakeOver Brooklyn, which all the TakeOver events have been just so incredible, and I got to see how they're going to make it hard for the main roster again. It's always so funny to watch a takeover because then you're like, okay, well, main roster, follow that. What are you going to do? I love it. 20 out of 10, Joe Hardaway says. There you go. Might be tougher than you. I think for sure. King Spade says 8.5 out of 10 as well. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys very much for being part of this. Thank you to the live chat. Leave a comment in the comment section if you're watching this after the fact. If you made it this far, based off of like average watch times on YouTube, I'd say most people would never make it to the end of one of these reviews. But if you did, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know about it. I'd love to see you. And thank you for having an attention span. I will catch you guys next episode of Grapple Chat if this is all you watch on YouTube. Later on tonight, I will be over on my Twitch channel to do the Nitty Gritty, which is set to be an incredible episode of the Nitty Gritty based off of the amount of content that I have for you guys. So get on over to my Twitch channel. It is twitch.tv/GrittyUrbanSaga. It's just like the rest of these. See how Twitter is just twitter.com/GrittyUrbanSaga. Patreon is patreon.com/GrittyUrbanSaga. audibletrial.com/GrittyUrbanSaga. Same theme there. Just add twitch.tv/GrittyUrbanSaga. Get on over there, hang out with us, guys. It's my gaming and entertainment talk show. I show you the brand newest, hottest trailers on the market for games and movies, and also some gaming news here and there, and we just hang out. It's a pretty fun time. It's my own little format. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Gritty Urban and Grapple Chat and my new layout. Out.